this is Jegie Carrera, the State Director for Miss Wisconsin Earth United States and Miss Illinois Earth United States. And I'm here live with our current queen, Miss EmmaLoney.
Hello.
She is our 2017 Miss Wisconsin Earth United States. Welcome to our live video.
To our little live video. Yes.
Today we are doing our open call for the 2018 season of Miss Illinois and Miss Wisconsin Earth. And unfortunately, Taylor Mitchell, our 2017 Miss Illinois Earth United States, is not here today. And our 2017 teen Miss Illinois, she's also not here today. But we would like to welcome everyone that's viewing our live feed on Facebook right now. So this afternoon, we're going to go over some of important information about our state pageant. But before we go through that, we're going to talk about what is the Miss Earth United States organization, how many years it's been, what are the costs of competing at the state pageant, how do you get started, who do you talk to, and all those other fun information. But before we do that, we'll talk to EmmaLoney, her experience at the nationals, how she got started, why she choose to compete at the Miss Earth United States. So, how are you feeling right now?
Really great. I think it's really awesome that we have the opportunity to do these open calls here in Wisconsin, and we're going to plan on doing them once a month until our state pageant in May, we decided, right?
Yes.
We'll be doing it in May, so anyone that wants to compete can either apply online at missearthunitedstates.com/apply-now. So that would give you a direct contact to Jegie so you can compete at Wisconsin. Otherwise, we will be holding these open calls all year up until our pageant date. So I think it's really exciting to get to do this and give all people of Wisconsin an opportunity to come check us out and see what the United States pageant's all about.
Yes, and so our open call is going to be every third Sunday of the month in Madison, Wisconsin, primarily for the Illinois and Wisconsin delegates that are interested in participating in our future pageant, which is the one in 2018. Okay, so now let me just ask you a few questions before we go over the eligibility and the requirements. So in your case, what was the most important reason why you choose to compete at Miss Illinois and Miss Wisconsin Earth United States?
So for me, I really did a lot of research into what system I wanted to move into, being in the Miss Division now and moving away from youth pageant systems and doing more, I guess, adult systems, because I got very passionate about pageantry. I've been competing for 5 years and I wanted to continue and I wanted a good transition. So after doing research, really looking at the Miss Earth United States website, watching all the YouTube videos from previous years and following their social medias and really kind of getting an idea of what it was about, really got me interested. And I really do a lot of research on pageants I decide to compete in because I want to know exactly what I'm getting into, exactly the commitment that I need, and to know what is important about that pageant system and what their values and what they find important is.
If you are not familiar with the Miss Earth, it's an international pageant. This is their 17th year. And so they're actually based in the Philippines where I was raised. So I'm very familiar with the system. And for those of you that are in the United States, our national director right now is Laura Clark, but they had previous director. And so although you're not familiar with it, it's not as big as some other pageant systems that are based in the United States. And the purpose of the Miss Earth is to advocate environmental campaign throughout the world. So there are many delegates from different parts of the world that competes to the international pageant, sometimes sometime in the fall usually. So I think this year they're doing it in October.
Right, so they'll be leaving very shortly. Our national queen, Andrea, will be leaving. They just had their send-off party yesterday, actually.
I know we missed it. They're so far away. They're
too far of a drive and plane ride, especially when we have so much going on.
Yes, especially with our casting call going on, and we had several appearances, a couple, which we'll talk about shortly.
Right, of course.
And you're winning. I can't wait to talk about that. But so yeah, we wish good luck to Andrea. She is competing in the Philippines. I think they're going to be there for about 4 weeks, which is incredible. It's kind of hot in there, but I'm sure you'll enjoy the hospitality of the Filipinos. They love pageantry so much, you guys. You look like a rock star. I know you look like a rock star, but you'll feel like a total celebrity and a rock star when you go to the Philippines and be part of the whole pageantry itself. It doesn't even matter what kind of title you have. If you are a title holder, they'll feel like, oh my gosh, she's a celebrity. So it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and hopefully one of these days you'll end up going to international. So let's talk about your platform, because prior to you competing at nationals, other than the fact that you have to prepare for the Eco Beauty video or This Is Me video, tell us about what was your specific platform connected to your Miss Earth title?
Sure. So what I really think is the most important thing that we can do as citizens, as people, to help better humanity and take care of the earth is bringing education into schools and homes and educating children at a young age about how they can take care of our world and take care of our environment. And I was always taught when I was younger to recycle, to not litter, turn the lights off when I leave my bedroom, just simple habits that I developed that I don't even think about doing now that I do them. And I didn't even realize until I, got into college and high school and as I got older that people had not been taught these same habits. And that's when I realized that it was very important to bring those habits into the lives of people across the United States and the world, because those small changes that people can make will really have a huge impact on the health of our world.
Oh, yes. And also the fact that all the 48 or 50 delegates from all over the country representing their own state have their own specific platform. Just to mention, for example, Taylor Mitchell, who is the Miss Illinois Earth United States, her platform is education to the public from the scientific community, since she's a scientist, so she kind of have an idea what's a disconnect between the scientific community to the public that are actually living with specifically with environmental awareness. So now let's talk about your and not to forget to mention, you visited the museum, the Children's Museum, and saw what they had going on upstairs, and I was with you. How was that? What did you learn from that?
So it was so exciting to be able to be a special guest at the Madison Children's Museum, and they do so much to educate Madison's youth and people from across the state that come to visit the museum about how to take care of the earth. And they have different displays, how to take care of chickens and raise them, different ways they can recycle, plant things, how to garden. And they also hold many classes with someone that's specializing in eco-education and teaching children just what they can be doing. And it was just such a very eye-opening opportunity to see it, that people dedicate their lives to this. This is their career, and they are changing so many lives of people that are in our community and our state.
Yeah, it was incredible. I didn't realize that they had a whole garden on top of the museum, right? Because I've been there before, and I just didn't realize that they had all this chicken, and you get to
I got to release a pigeon.
Yes, and that was part of your This Is Me video. Actually, you guys, if you are not familiar with that, all the 48 or 50 delegates for the Miss Earth, they have their own This Is Me video, basically talk about their platform and where they're from, why they care so much about the environment. I mean, everybody should care about the environment, but when you wear a crown sash, you're inspiring people to take action, not just caring about it from the heart, but actually do something about it.
Exactly. It's very important to take what you're feeling and apply it to something.
Yeah, so Andrea, which is the current 2017 Miss Earth United States, she is doing a lot of incredible things, like just cleaning. Like I see her all the time with plastic bags, just picking up stuff. I kind of feel bad sometimes, like there's plastic bag, I should be picking it up. I know. You guys are doing amazing.
She's visited like recycling plants and stuff, and been able to see just how much waste that we produce, and being able to educate people about what we're doing when we just throw it in the trash. It disappears from our house, but it has to go somewhere
else that we don't even want to
think about.
Yeah,
It's not there.
Unless you are a Miss Earth title holder, of course you get to think about it.
And you get to see where it actually goes.
Right. So preparation-wise I know that it's been about a month now that the national was over. It was in Washington, D.C. in August. So what was for those of you that are not familiar, even the ones that have already competed in the pageant, I'm sure they can relate to the preparation that you're doing.
Right.
What do you usually do 3 months, a month away from the nationals?
So I've competed in national competitions 4 times, and it's every preparation is its own learning experience. And from preparing for my first nationals when I was still in high school until now, I've learned so much, all the things that I need to do differently in preparation, that you can't just expect to get everything together a few weeks before. It's not possible. You need to, get a plan down of what you're going to be doing every month. So for me, preparing for Miss Earth specifically, I immediately being crowned, I started developing my platform, started visiting schools, getting out there. For me, the most important thing was to make sure I had a solid platform of what I was doing and could bring to the national level and say, this is what I've done in my community, and this is why it's important to make not only the competition and for the competition to see what I'm doing, but to show that Wisconsin people do care about the environment, and we love taking care of our earth. But as far as the other areas of competition, I started practicing my walking months in advance, probably 5 months. I started getting my routines down, my speed, how my arms are looking. I have a tendency to swing my arms, so I have to make sure I'm recording myself and making sure that I'm not
swinging too much,
going all over the place. Exactly. And it was also my first time competing in swimsuit, so I had to have a whole new routine for that, and
a little bit sexier side of
EmmaLoney, right? Exactly. And just really focusing on fitness. I take pride in the fact that I have a different body type than a lot of pageant girls. So being able to make sure I'm the healthiest that I can be in the body that I have, and taking care of myself, and being able to get on that stage and be confident in what I look like, and show it. It was a learning curve for me, definitely, especially when it's so easy to compare yourself to other people.
With the rest of the other delegates.
Exactly. You get to nationals, but I felt that I felt good on stage. I didn't feel badly about myself when I was in my swimsuit, and it was definitely an experience of a lifetime to be able to be on stage and have that experience.
And just to mention, we have the video. Today is the actual TV presentation of the Miss Earth on Dish Network, which is, I think it's called B4 channel.
Yeah.
Before you channel is 716 for the Dish Network, is the music channel, but the Miss Earth United States Miss Division is going to be on the. Yesterday was the backstage and preliminary video, and today is the actual final. So we should be seeing you without the bikini today, but yesterday with a bikini. And it's you were wearing a yellow, just kind of what you're the same color, a little bit lighter.
Into yellow lately.
Wow, I love it. It's like sunflower.
Exactly.
So we had the TV. If you have a Dish Network, you can go to channel 714B for you, which is a music channel, and then see what it's all about.
Yeah.
And I also designed the pink opening number dresses for the Miss Earth United States. So all those glittery, sparkly pink dresses, those are my designs. So I'm excited about that. So I can't wait to see. That's, I think, later this afternoon. So anyways, between the 48 or 50 delegates at the Miss Earth, which one did you connected other than the Miss Illinois? I know you're like would.
Yeah, me and Taylor became very close. When she competed Illinois, I came down and I helped with the state pageant, and I actually connected with her right away when I met her. Before she won, I thought she was a great person, and she had no idea she was going to win. She's like, "Oh, I'm just doing this for fun. I really care about the environment. I've already done this stuff. But yeah, when she won, I was so happy for her, and we've become very close, and still are very close. We text all the time. But other than that, Minnesota, Ohio, Florida, I honestly, I felt close with a lot of the girls. Delaware, Midwest, we had talked a long time before the pageant.
Sunny, right?
Yeah,
I love
Sunny.
her. She's so beautiful,
Yeah.
and she's amazing. And also, that's the best part about pageantry. I think I know it's a cliche to say this, but the best part about being in a pageant, participating, competing, being a director, or whatever, sponsor, you get to meet so many amazing people. I honestly gotta tell you, 99.99% of the people I've met in pageantry, they're some of the best people that I actually know. Like, it's amazing. Like, you just have to experience to actually understand what it's like. And so I'm so glad that you were there at nationals, making Taylor comfortable. That was her first state pageant and first national pageant. So that was just so incredible. And I think she's looking into competing in a different pageant system. Miss America just upgraded their age to 25. So that's something she might look into.
Exactly.
And I asked her recently, what's going to be your talent? Because Miss Earth does not have a talent competition. So for those of you that wants to be a beauty queen but does not have the talent, does not have the talent yet, you can actually compete at Miss Earth United States and, just be part of that. That's incredible. So now that the nationals is over, what do we have to expect from you? What are you planning on doing in the next few months leading towards our 2018 Miss Wisconsin Earth United States?
Well, I definitely plan to do a lot more appearances. We're going to be definitely working with delegates. We're going to be going to maybe some football games. We're going to maybe do some stuff over Christmas, different fundraisers, things like that, along with, of course, keeping up the education about in the schools and teaching children how to live more sustainably. That's definitely always the focus that we have, because this is a pageant that's focusing on environmental advocacy. So we need to make sure, even though nationals is over, that we're still spreading the word and still working towards that same goal.
Yes, fantastic. And let's just look at your sash right now, because I love this. We're in a purple and rhinestone, one line of rhinestone. I love the sash for the
Miss. They're very beautiful.
Yeah, and it's pretty heavy, and I love it. And this is our crown for the 2017, but we're actually changing. The national director, Laura Clark, if you're watching, she has changed the crown slightly. It's pretty similar. It's still amazingly beautiful, but it has it's a lot easier to wear now. So we're going to be getting those crown pretty soon. But these are some of our local title holders' crown right now. So this is a little bit smaller.
They look very similar. When I first saw the local title holder crowns, I thought they were the same crowns from a distance because they look so similar. But this one's just shorter. It's hard to tell, but it's shorter.
Maybe I think it's an inch or an inch and a half shorter. And this is what our local sashes looks like. So it's similar to it without the rhinestone and the line.
Still same writing.
Without the purple.
Font.
So it's the same thing like this. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, like, what is the local title? What is the state title? How do I get involved with the Miss Earth United States? How do I apply? In your case, since you didn't have a director last year, the title was appointed. So but this year we are doing a state pageant for Wisconsin. So that's why we're doing casting calls. So for the girls to be interviewed, so we get to know, why do they want to compete? Why do they want to participate in Miss Earth United States? So we have casting call now, and we're actually doing our pageant again. That's in May, either 19th, 20th weekend, or I'm thinking about 26th or 27th, depending on the venue. But it's going to be in Madison, Wisconsin area. So, which is approximately 2.5 drive from Chicago.
Depending on traffic.
Always depending on traffic, right? Which is surprising for me because, like, living in Chicago area for the longest time, I know, like, there's always a lot of traffic there. But coming here, I'm like, what? There's traffic in Madison?
But there's traffic here too.
it's amazing. Like University of Wisconsin Madison is like so huge. There's about 40,000 students there every year. So they're basically taking over Madison, Wisconsin. So hopefully some of those girls that are in Madison going to join us, be part of it, and become a local title holder to compete at our state pageant. So a couple of things I want to show you guys. This is our magazine for mod culture. So all our delegates and all our beauty queens gets to be featured in Mod Culture magazine. So that's one of the benefits of actually being part of the Miss Illinois and Miss Earth United States. So kind of cool. We also do sponsor feature in there. And this is the national program book. Oh, just to mention, this is actually our program book as well when we have our pageant. And then this is the nationals program book. So
this is the one from the year before.
Yeah, so
I'm not in this one.
She's not on this one, but yeah, I don't know what happened to
I have it in my house.
Yes, yes. Next time bring it. I know my director, actually, the national director gave me a couple of these, but I think give it to some of our sponsors. So that's why I don't have it with me. But anyhow, we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, though, we'll talk about what does it cost to compete in a pageant and what she's learned over the few years of competing. Would you recommend Miss Earth United States to compete in a pageant too? And also talk about the cost, the requirements, how to get sponsors, basic information, general information about the judging and scoring at nationals. You can actually learn a lot of this information on our website at Miss Earth United States. Just click on FAQ, and then you will see all the Q&A that I'll be discussing on the video. So you either watch us on this video to find out more information, or you can go to the website and just click on FAQ and read it through. So we'll